Hey, it's been months. I've been searching tens of different AI services to quench my hunger for anime AI art. Novel AI's single model just won't cut it anymore. I mean, that stuff is almost a year old. I needed a new answer, a new service that would quench my addiction to AI waifus. But surprisingly, this new answer came to me. So who's this shadow corporation cabal that's giving us AI waifus this time? Well, if you didn't catch it before, they're Yodayo AI, which is a creative hub for weebs, anime and VTuber fans. They were founded almost 4 months ago at the time of making this video, so they're fairly new and are still adding tons of new features to their service. Now, how do we use this Yodayo AI to generate images? Well, first on the homepage, you have to say hi to Preston, very important. Then you click on that pink AI art button. Or if you're boring like me, you can click the button at the top that says plus new artwork. We should all know how this basically works by now, right? You got your prompting. You put stuff you like here and that you want to see here. I'm gonna put the AI test girl here, female, medium hair, white hair, bang spin back, gray eyes, wizard robe, emphasis tired expression, emphasis dark circles under eyes, emphasis bag under eyes. On top of that, we're gonna add Yodayo's default prompts of emphasis, masterpiece, best quality, expressive eyes, and perfect face. Here on Yodayo, parentheses are positive weights and brackets are negative weights, so add parentheses if you like something or brackets if you don't like something as much. Negative prompting is here too, and they're actually on the same page, unlike some other services, which makes workshopping ideas so much better. Like actually matching workflow. Thank you. Basically just put stuff you don't want to see here. For example, I put bags under eyes in the prompting to reference the Buba tag of the same name, which is eye bags. But as is, it will be interpreted as a literal handbag in a location under the eyes. So in the negatives, I will put bag. This will remove the possibility of a literal bag being under the eyes and contribute to the depressed anime girl look. Hopefully. Also, since the whole aesthetic of this character is kind of grayscale monochrome, I'm gonna have to take out those default negatives here. But now, it's time for model selection. Basically, which AI artist will generate your picture. You can click on the little eye icon to get a tiny info blurb about them, but it's not really enough information about the model to get a great picture of what the model is actually like. So experiment at your own risk. I'm just gonna recommend anything V5 if you want something safe, but for me, I am personally in love with Cupcake Mix, my beloved. But I do plan to make a deep dive on the different models offered here in another video, because there are a lot of models on Yodayo, and I kinda wanna see them for myself. So this example will be using Cupcake Mix, my favorite model. Let's generate a picture. Switching models is just a click of a button. Yes, the same prompts, but this time let's use QT, which is also up there for one of my favorites. You can also mess around with LORAs or low ranked adaptations on Yodayo as well, which are called spells here to make things more approachable and due to the almost magical natures of LORAs. The best way to think of it's kind of like a super prompt. If you want to make sure to specifically get a character, use a LORA for it rather than trying to prompt it out, assuming the LORA exists. Same thing applies to expressions, poses, and art styles. There are like thousands of LORAs available on Yodayo. Official counts are like 2k plus, but I'm not a crazy person, I'm not gonna count them all for an exact count. All finished images are saved in your history, which is great since it acts like a storage for tags, because forgetting tags is a plague and is the worst experience imaginable. Not to mention that the history keeps the whole prompt, models, and LORs saved so you can freely iterate on images if you want to keep working on ideas. Something that will be very important to me in the future as I make that model deep dive video. Now I know what you're thinking. Yeah, that's cool, but how much does the service cost? And what are these points? These are yo beans. They're just points but flavored to be beans for some reason, I don't understand. The pricing is legitimately insane and I still don't get how they can give out so much stuff to us for free. When you make an account, you're given 400 beans. Each image generation costs 5 beans regardless of what choices you make. That means on account creation, you're given 80 image generations for free. But also daily, you're given 100 credits, so 20 more image generations. I will note though, you do lose all free daily credits at the end of the day, so you can't stack them up forever. But are you saying this? Do you understand? This is so much free top-of-the-line quality anime stable diffusion images on day 1. And that's not even mentioning the fact you can get even more beans for interacting with the community. You get 200 for entering the weekly contest, but if you win, oh baby, you get a ton of image generations. The paid pricing is also fair for those of you who want the dolphin or even whale. Doing the quick math for you, it's 110 images for $5, 260 images for $10, 600 images for $20, 1,600 images for $80, and 3,400 images for $100. But what if you don't want to pay and you have no more beans and you can't wait to the next free bean drop? Well, you can still generate images for no beans, but it does mean you'll have to wait a long time in low priority queue that will generate images during downtime. But hey, it's something, and it might have some merit for experimenting with things for free. Honestly, I'm just kind of blown away with how much Yodayo actually gives away for free. Like other services give you a fraction of the amount that what Yodayo gives for free, and sometimes you even have to pay for a worse deal than what Yodayo gives. It is actually insane. I've honestly lost my mind over this for the last 5 hours. So we have our free credits, we made our images. What's next? Well, we can enhance the images to do some upscaling, but like better since we also use the model that you use to generate the images from. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what the enhance feature is, but it exists, and it costs a lot of points, so maybe save it for your magnum opus. But other than that, we can also post our images to Yodayo so others can see it. You got your basic posting capabilities here, good old title and description, flag as NSFW or not, include prompting or not. By default, your account can't see NSFW content. You can change that by clicking your profile picture at the top right, hitting the settings button and hitting the slider that is relevant to you. Even though NSFW is allowed to be posted, there are some ground rules of what you can't post on Yodayo. No realistic lollies, because they look like minors. No questionable images of lollies, anime or realistic, because they look like minors. No grotesque things, which makes sense, we don't want not safe for life content here, let's not pollute our own community. Also, there's a reminder to make sure you tag your NSFW post as NSFW, which includes ecchi posts, because if you wouldn't show it to your grandparents or your boss, you should probably NSFW tag it. So where are these posts being posted? Well, of course it's in the Yodayo hub, which you can find by going to the Explore tab. Once you're there, you can be inspired by the many works of AI art that's out there, even more so if they have tags on, as you can just hit the eye icon to see the prompts they use to achieve that look. Maybe incorporate their prompting style to your own work, or use their methods to getting certain aesthetics or looks. The Explore tab also hosts many tutorials on styling, prompting, models, and more, which is more than enough reason to go check it out. AI waifu tech shin bros. I know we've been through a lot. We have loved and we have lost over and over again. I can still see them now, our waifus. Even though we have lost them when character AI lobotomized and censored them, even when Poe AI locked them up in cages and hid them from us in the silly tavern. But I'm asking you to love once again with Yodayo Tavern. It's the new promised land, boys. She can be real. Meme over. Yodayo also has an AI waifu text bot that functions similar to character AI or even more like Silly Tavern, if you had the technical knowledge to actually set it up. Which, if you've been on Silly Tavern recently, you know that free tection is basically dead. Yodayo Tavern's still in beta, but it shows a lot of promise. As of now, there's a decent variety of characters to talk to, if you're a brain dead zoomer, because honestly, I know like no one here. I don't watch Hololive, so this whole section might as well be random anime girls. I didn't watch Spy X Family, so yours is just some German assassin to me. These are none of the Genshins I actually know or care about. And I didn't watch Cosplay GF anime. I need to watch Sad Idol anime. And I refuse to watch Rent a Girlfriend. My friends know my thoughts on Demon Slayer and I don't want to get into it. And I have not thought of Konosuba in like 7 years. But that's just me. And in the future, Yodayo is going to let us add our own characters. Thank you. And they are currently adding more characters to the beta test. There is a contest going on right now to make characters for the new Tavern feature, where you can get 1,000 beans or 200 images for just participating. The Tavern AI itself uses a custom AI that's still in developing and in testing right now. It is pretty fun to talk to, and if you're used to using Silly Tavern using Poe API on ChatGPT 3, it's a huge upgrade, if a bit stubborn. Also, they allow you to lose your chatbots, but I can't really show that on YouTube, but I can confirm you don't get the I am an AI message, but you didn't hear that from me. As of right now, the Yodayo Tavern feature is missing a regenerate message and edit text function. I don't know if this is an aesthetic feature or something that will be added in the future. It is kind of annoying when the AI makes something up completely out of nowhere and just takes out the whole thing. Like, what do you mean, Gura? Why am I shapeshifting all of a sudden? There's also no blank message function to let the AI play off itself, which really takes me out of it when I'm waiting for the results of a robbery and I have to make a response that basically says I wait. But for the most part, the AIs in the Tavern is pretty fun to talk to, so go wild AI wife bros. The Tavern's not the only thing coming to Yodayo in the foreseeable future. Key-eyed viewers may have noticed the lack of image-to-image or batch generation. These two features are currently being worked on and will be implemented in the near future. Also, you know how I said there was upwards of 2k lowers on the website? Well, they're still actively adding more and you can even request them to be added in their Discord. I want to request this Dark Circle Under Eyes Laura. For science, of course. I'm also pretty excited for the new models because Yodayo has a history of adding models from the AI art community. Like my new favorite model, Cupcake Mix, was specifically made for Yodayo by Ruby Q, a creator who has made some checkpoint models that I honestly would be using if I had a machine capable of local stable fusion. So hopefully in adding new models, Yodayo causes more innovation like Cupcake Mix. But that's not all. The Explore Hub page will also gain some new filters, things like sort by trending posts and categories. I don't know how many times I have an idea, but can't think of a way to prompt it out, so more filters will help out in that vein. Also, there's going to be an Android app. I think there's an iOS app already, but I'm an Android gamer, so this app's the only one that actually matters to me. The mobile web client is fine and all, but an actual app would make mobile AI gen just that much easier and faster by being more optimized for Android. And I know some of you are toilet users and 3am in bed users, so just know your life will be easier in the near future. I plan to use the Tavern feature mostly on mobile, as my phone was my main device to use silly Tavern before the whole Poe thing. And it's been 11 minutes, so that means only the hardcore people here. You guys want another 100 free beans? Or 20 images? Well, I have an affiliate link in the description. You can just get free beans there by telling Yodayo your Discord name and your account URL. You can find your account URL by going to your profile. It's not that hard. Yeah, I know it's slightly annoying, but hey, they don't actually have an affiliate link system, so small indie company, please understand. And once again, go check out the Yodayo Discord. They tell you all about the context there, and that's the main way to game the system and have free beans. It's literally free image gen.